Today we are going to figure out how to choose a colour scheme, but we're going to do it the easy way. So that sounds really fun. Choosing colours, I don't know, there's got to be a million colours. So where do you start? It can be super overwhelming. So I've got some tips for you today and we're going to go through them and it'll help you. I'm hoping it'll help you choose your colour palette and even your decorating style so that it just takes the hard work out of it. So the hope is that it's going to make your life much more easy. So the first tip for you today is to start pinning. That's right. Start pinning heaps of images on Pinterest. So create a couple of boards. So you could have colour schemes, a board called colour schemes and a board called favourite interior styles or something like that. You'll figure it out. And basically you just want to collect heaps of images of favourite interiors, the colours and heaps of favourite styles. So once you've done that, maybe wait a day or so and come back to it, because that way you'll forget what you pinned and you'll have fresh eyes looking at it. And sit down with a cup of tea, and what you'll notice is that there's probably some commonalities in the images that you chose. So you might have chosen pictures where all the living rooms you chose had white walls and dark timber furniture. Well, there's a theme, and that'll help you choose your color palette. The other, you might have chosen heaps of, say, vibrant colors, and perhaps you learn that you love mustard and indigo and you never knew that before. So that's the exercise, is to go and pin on Pinterest heaps of images and you'll learn something about yourself. I did this so long ago and I didn't actually know this about myself, but when I looked back on my images, I found that there were plants in every single one. And I was like, I didn't know I was a green thumb. That's new information. So what I learnt was that I love plants in decorating. I love them in the home. And so it taught me that that's important to me and I need to make sure that I have plants in my home. So the hope is that you'll have the same epiphany, the same sort of aha moment, and you'll learn what it is you need and what it is that you love for your home. How do you want your space to feel? So most of us probably would like our interiors to feel calm, peaceful. Actually, that's what I was going to say. Colours have so much power to create feelings or to affect the way we feel in a space. And the same goes with an interior style. If you combine the colours and the style, you can really create a different feel. So decide what you want to feel when you come home. Do you want to feel rested? Do you want to feel peace? Do you want to feel a rejuvenating sense when you come home? Or do you want to be stimulated? Do you want to feel energetic? Do you want to feel revved up? These are all the decisions that you need to make before choosing a style or before choosing colors. Something that works really well is to look at nature. Nature provides us with vast amounts of blues, greens and neutrals in sky, water, trees, plants, grass and sand. So let's look at those things. These are the colors, I should say, that really help us to feel calm and they help us to feel relaxed. You can just stroll on down to the beach and you just feel so rejuvenated and refreshed. And so if you want that sort of feeling in your home, those colors are go-to. Now, on the other hand, there are much smaller amounts of colors like red, pinks and yellows, and they're on the other side of the color wheel. So if you want a younger and more youthful look in your home, then by all means go for those colors. Or perhaps a commercial space might do really well to have a really stimulating space. So it really depends on what the goal is. So How do you want to feel? And then you can work out what colors you incorporate into your space. What decorating style do you like? And what do you think you're going to go with? I'll give you some examples. We've got boho, mid-century modern, industrial, Scandinavian, eclectic, traditional, Australian beach style, which I love, farmhouse, or country. And look, it depends where you live, because Australian country homes are very different to, for example, American farmhouse homes. Both different styles. And there are so many more. So at this point, you've probably decided on your favorite color style and your favorite decorating style. So we can move on. Now, what is a cool idea, I think, is to really make this part easy, is to choose a hero of the room. So you might like art. You might really love rugs. If you want your artwork, for example, to be the hero of the room, you can draw your color scheme from that artwork. Or you could alternatively draw the color scheme out of a vibrant rug. So what you can do, rather than, if you've got a really bright rug, you could pull out some reds and pull out some blues in cushions or decor accessories. If you're going to go really wild with the color all over the place, it is important to ground the space with some neutrals. So whether it's in the flooring and the window treatments, we do need some natural elements in the room. That's just my opinion. It does help ground the space. Let's have a go at some ideas. Here I've chosen a really incredible artwork. Let's see if we can piece it together and draw out a color scheme in one mood board. Let's go. So here's an example of what we've been talking about. I've pulled the color palette out of the artwork, and this is a beautiful painting by a friend of mine, Nikki, Suebwongpat, and I'll link to her website and all of the details down the bottom. And she's made this incredible picture with blue greens, mustardy yellows, and she's got plum and a bit of indigo and a tiny bit of yellow. And so I've just drawn that color palette out of that painting. And the other one point I'll make is that not all the colors that you draw out of your artwork have to be at full saturation. You can say you want a neutral for your wall, but you want it to go with your artwork. You can actually do half strengths of certain colors, or you can just choose colors and tones that go with it, because not every painting is going to have a neutral in it, for example, that you're going to be able to use as a wall color. So you can be creative. You can add neutrals that just work with the colors in the painting, but you can also draw them out and make half tones of those as well. So what you'll see is that I've got rugs there that go with it, the pendant. So not everything is exactly the colors in the artwork, but they all go, or they're similar. So the timber flooring and the pendant, for example, are natural elements that I've added to the space. And you could also do baskets, woven neutrals as well. As I said, they're not exactly the same color, but because they're timber obviously, but they're similar, and so it works in the scheme. Well, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed choosing a color scheme the easy way, and happy decorating. And I'll see you next week for more cool decorating videos.